Hey there guys, we're going to be taking one of this week's Neovision's Awakening units to a trial. We're going to use Radiant Lightning and we're going to use her mage form. We're going to go to Scorn of Scorn of the Ancient Hellbringer, which is Omega. This trial is like, or Lightning I should say, is really designed for this trial almost. Lightning's got tons of machine killer, she's a lightning mage, she's a good damage mage. So this is like just right up her alley, and we're going to see if we can get a quick all mission clear with this team. Now the team is going to be overall cheap geared with the exception of Lightning, just for the fun of it. This is not really like a guide or anything, but I just figured for the sake of it we're going to use no STMRs. We're not going to use Phasey, just, you know, for those of you that don't have Phasey and haven't done this trial yet, here's a way to do it. So we're going to survive the ambush with the entire team wearing 100% or better fire resist. You can use guts, but because of the way we're doing the fight, we kind of don't want to go into the second turn hurt. We want to go into the second turn of full life, so we're going to use fire resist. You only need 100% on the team, but the cover tank wants 250 to fire and ice. We're going to use Charlotte, and she's on Phoenix, so she can re-raise herself with Phoenix Guard. We don't want to use her provoke skill that gives her re-raise. Like I know normally this has re-raise as well, but that's a provoke, and we don't want her provoking, so we're going to use Phoenix for re-raise. We gave her Dragon's Brush and Call of the Wild to fill her LB pretty early, hopefully on turn 1. So there's her gear, no STMR other than her own. Realm is going to be for Rod in Peril, Thunder Amplify, as well as summoning an Esper, and she's going to be our breaker. She's going to be doing a 40% attack and magic break on the boss. It sounds really low, it is really low, but with the way we're doing it, it's going to be enough. So we're going to be doing a 40% break on the boss with her, Rod in Peril, and she's going to summon an Esper as well. She's got 100 fire resist and a little bit of Esperfield gear for the mission. Yoshikiri in the base form is just using some auto buff gear. He's got 100 fire resist. That's his setup. A little bit of Esperfield. Shift form is going to be our passive provoke tank. I gave him evasion. You actually don't need evasion now that I'm remembering this. So evasion is actually not even important. We can take all that evasion off. We don't need it. But passive provoke and stop immunity. He's actually got stop immunity naturally, so that's kind of not important as well. But yeah, he's going to be our evasion unit, buffer, machine killer, etc., etc. Just make sure he's provoking. And then Lightning, base form is using 100 fire resist. All that matters is that we gave her some auto buff stuff just for the sake of it. Not super important, but we did. Shift form, we're dual wielding rods. She can't wear rods naturally, so we're using Croa's TMR to allow that. If you got the upgrade package, that's even better, but I don't have that. Machine killer, which she gears for really easily, a little bit of LB damage. We're going to use her LB as well. So there's her setup. She is using STMR, so I want to give her, you know, the best time she can. 300 machine and 225 LB damage, 4700 magic. And Rand built me one as well. He's got 100 fire in the base form, a little bit of auto buffing, that's all that matters. Shift form, again, dual wielding rods. He has the upgrade package. Wish I had it. I really regret passing on Katy Perry. Too late now. So there we go. And because of that, he can actually fit more LB damage, 255 LB damage, and maxed out machine killer. Alright, let's knock out Omega in hopefully a short time period. So the only tricky part is we really want to get Charlotte's LB on turn 1 without any kind of help. So we're gonna have to use some drop luck. If not, we'll just use her regular skills and we'll be okay. I'll show you in a moment. So we're going to LB with the shifted LB on turn 1. This is gonna apply imperils and all. Before we do that, Realm is going to dual cast. We're going to do Rod Imperil and Spark Sketch for the Imperil and the break, or the amplify and all. Yoshikiri is going to shift, and we're going to wombo combo. We're going to do Hikamori to unlock quadcast. We're going to, or triple cast. We're going to do Ninjutsu Jakuten for machine killer, and we're going to do Kehu for an LB damage buff for our Lightnings. Wait for all this to finish. And now we're going to hope to get enough crystals with Charlotte. If we do, great. If not, it's okay. We didn't get enough crystals, but we're actually going to maybe even win on turn 2. Well, we're going to cover, and we're going to Light of Grandshelt. And let's see what happens here. Yeah, the whole point of her LB is that if we had gotten her LB, we would have LB'd on 1 instead of LB'd on 2. But now we're going to have to LB on 2 instead. So there that goes for the general mitigation. Yoshikiri, we're actually killing this a little quicker than I was expecting. We're gonna energized and then double bust. Actually, no. We're going to energized, Buster, and Claire. We're going to energized, Buster, and Claire. So we got general mid at this point. Yoshikiri is now going to double cast. We're going to do Nimpu for the evasion and Feint Block for the physical mitigation. So we've got 50% physical mit, 70% magic mit, and 50% general mit. We've got a 230% stat buff, double evasion. We have not broken the boss yet. If we had gotten Charlotte's LB on turn 1, we could have double casted her 60% break, but we don't have. So we're gonna rely on Shiva just doing attack and magic break on the boss. So this is going to be quite painful. But we do have lots of mitigations up as well as double mirage, so it should be okay, probably. We'll see. It wasn't that bad. So 40% breaks when you got all that mitigation is totally fine. So now let's go ahead and Tetra Unison, and we're going to Buster Thunder. Oh, I keep doing Buster Thunder. No, we want to. Oh my God, Buster Thunder and then Claire's Saber. So we're going to Tetra, Buster Thunder, and Claire's Saber. We need to summon an Esper at some point, so boom, done, all missions. And goodbye, boss, on turn 3. We don't even have to worry about the big wave cannon coming in. So if we had not won right here, let's say you're doing a little bit less damage, we would Phoenix Guard to re-raise Charlotte. Yoshi's provoking the Dispel, and yeah, so Yoshi at this point has done his duty, he's done. But there we go. So, but what we won on turn 3 with well gear. If your gear's not as good, you know, you would go longer. But yeah, so this turn would have been wave cannon. Charlotte would have covered it and re-raised herself, and would have been fine. And then we would have gone turn 4, turn 5. Turn 5 would have been more painful if you didn't win by then. But unless you're like Shadow Walker or something and taking 10 turns to do this fight, I'm kidding. You know, it's fine. So there's a quick and easy clear on Scorn of the Ancient Hellbringer. We did use some STMRs on Radiant Lightning. Without STMRs, we would have taken 4 or 5 turns instead. Radiant Lightning is really good for Omega. So there's the all mission clear on Advanced. See you guys later.